Without a driver's hands on the truck, barreling down the highway, carrying a heavy load, and without a driver's hands on the steering wheel may seem strange and even frightening to some. Well, in China, that is exactly what's now being tested. Along certain routes, driverless lorries are being allowed to operate under supervision. And when it comes to smaller delivery vans, they're already sharing the streets with human-controlled vehicles. Our China correspondent Stephen McDonnell reports.
These trucks are driving on a public road without a human being behind the wheel. Driverless transport company Pony AI was given official permission to film a video showing just what its technology can do. Now it's running a pilot program, making deliveries from Beijing to Tianjin Port, which the company showed to the BBC. So here we have one of these self-driving trucks. From the outside, it looks like a normal truck. Let's have a look. Hey, 师傅你好. The normal runs involve a safety driver, ready to take over in an emergency. So here we are, we're racing down the freeway, and I've got to say it's pretty weird because you look over, there's the driver, his hands are off the steering wheel.
Of course, I was a bit scared the first time in an autonomous truck, but after spending a lot of time testing them, I think they are pretty good and safe.
I asked how the truck's sensors work.
This is our main sensor. It uses lasers which can reach a long way. There are also cameras which can track in multiple directions to detect blind spots.
These test vehicles are running daily limited routes. But elsewhere, much smaller trucks have already been cleared to operate freely on suburban streets. In the eastern city of Hefei, Rhino AI is taking parcels from big distribution hubs run by courier companies to neighbourhood stations, where scooter drivers then drop packages to the front door.
While there's a safety driver behind the wheel, these trucks are operating completely autonomously. They belong to Aurora, a self-driving technology company hoping to launch with no one in the cab by next year.
Today, if you want to take strawberries from California to Dallas, it takes about 3 days. With the Aurora driver, you'll be able to do that in about 24 hours.
Self-driving trucks can see better, they can see further, they're not getting tired, they can operate 24/7.
That means that a truck that could normally do 450 or 500 miles a day could do 1,000 to 1,100 miles a day. That significantly increases the profitability of running that truck.
The introduction of autonomy in trucking could have a major impact on the industry.
Our economy runs on the trucking industry. As the industry says, if you bought it, a truck brought it.
It's a huge ecosystem with over like $1 trillion of spend just in the US.
The pandemic highlighted the importance of supply chain, and demand has only continued to climb.
Goods movement probably doubled over the last 3 years, and the whole industry has been sort of racing to have enough capacity.
CNBC went behind the scenes with Aurora to see its self-driving operation in Texas.
We've driven right around about 500,000 miles pulling loads for customers. I think we're over 1,800 trailers delivered.
It has been a challenging road for self-driving trucks, with several startups throwing in the towel. The technology has taken far longer to realize than initially anticipated. And even as driverless cars hit the roads, it is yet to be seen how well they'll function in the wild.
Across the industry, many folks expect that it will take a couple of years before we'll even see point-to-point deliveries without the help of engineering talent.
I think it's tremendous opportunities for driver assist. I cannot see 80,000-pound trucks in my lifetime running up and down the road just as harmless, gentle giants.
You can get a ride in a self-driving vehicle in San Francisco. You can get one in Phoenix. We're on the road pulling loads for customers every day. This will be the next transformation in that space, and it's going to make it easier to get around. It's going to make it safer to get around.
Aurora was founded in 2017 by several self-driving industry experts. Sterling Anderson, who previously headed Tesla's autopilot division, Drew Bagnell, who led perception and autonomy at Uber, and Chris Urmson, who helped start and led Waymo at Google.
We're on the mission to deliver the benefits of self-driving technology safely, quickly, and broadly.
In 2020, it acquired Uber's self-driving unit and received a $400 million investment in exchange for 26% of the combined company. Aurora plans to work together with Uber for ride-hailing of its self-driving cars.
Uber and Dara, they want to focus on building the network. How do you connect people with the means to get where they want to go? We want to focus on building the driver. And so for both of us, as we talked about the deal, it just made too much sense not to do.
The following year, Aurora went public through a SPAC, raising $2 billion. The company spent the first few years working on autonomy for cars, but had its eye on trucking as well.
Cars are a lot easier to operate, but we knew that the software and the system was ultimately going to have to work on trucks as well. We saw that as a huge opportunity, and so we designed that in.
Aurora says its autonomous system will bring a number of advantages over a human driver behind the wheel.
It'll improve fuel efficiency. By driving at 65 miles an hour versus 75 miles an hour, something like 20-25% improvement in fuel economy. It doesn't get distracted. It doesn't get tired. There's huge safety benefits. There's about 500,000 accidents a year that trucks are involved in, and we think we can reduce that dramatically.
From a consistency of reliability perspective, I think it will help kind of deliver a more consistent service. We're expecting to be able to kind of get a level of utilization out of the vehicle that we just don't see today in traditional transportation.
The company plans to offer its autonomous truck system as a subscription.
If you're FedEx, for example, you'll call up PACCAR and you'll say, I'd like to buy a Peterbilt 579, which is one of these trucks, and I'd like to buy it with the Aurora driver installed on it. We expect the Aurora driver to cost comparable to what a human driver costs. This is one of our self-driving trucks over here. It's got a combination with the Aurora driver installed on it. We expect the Aurora driver to cost comparable to what a human driver costs. This is one of our
other truck until you peek inside. No one at the wheel as it barrels down the road. Massive freight trucks designed to drive all on their own.
We're talking about trucks that do not have any drivers doing operations on a daily basis across the nation.
Badam Narang is CEO of Gatik, the first company to employ driverless freight trucks on U.S. public roads with no human safety driver in the cab. They're already hauling freight for major grocery chains and retailers in Texas, Arkansas, and Arizona. The goal? To increase deliveries and lower costs.
You and I, as end consumers, we want our orders as soon as possible, as cheap as possible. So our trucks are working day and night.
You say these trucks make things cheaper and faster, but for someone driving in a car to look up and see a big truck like this with no one behind the wheel, how is that safe?
Safety is foundational to everything that we do at Gatik.
We first showed you the technology in 2021.
I'm here in Arkansas for an exclusive look
when the company deployed smaller, self-driving trucks for Walmart, capable of driving up to 10 miles per route. Now, Gatik's trucks travel up to 400 miles, handling middle-mile deliveries between warehouses and stores completely autonomously. To see for ourselves, we got
a driverless car to take you anywhere you want to go.
It's just kind of surreal.
It's like something out of a science fiction movie.
See no driver in there.
But on the streets of San Francisco, it is very real and a very viral reality. Some companies will drive, others will stall. How did we get here? Where will the autonomous vehicle industry go? We found out as we explore a driverless tomorrow. Our issue is finding enough people to drive trucks now.
Today, the trucking industry is experiencing a driver shortage of 80,000 drivers, and that is projected to double by the end of the decade.
Many have left as the price of diesel has gone up, and earnings. Many have left as the price of diesel has gone up, and earnings for transporting goods have dropped. For example, an independent truck driver making a typical haul from New York to Texas would have earned $4,500 in 2021. By 2023, that income would have fallen to $1,900, a drop of more than half.
Technology should make our lives safer, and it should make our jobs better. It should not replace workers.
The loss of jobs feels threatening for those who drive for a living. Truckers like Salvador Abrica, who's been driving for more than 20 years.
If those quality jobs are not around, then who's really going to come to do this job? Like we struggle today to keep jobs filled because the wages are not there for the responsibility that we take on. So those jobs need to be protected because at the end of the day, we're not going to have the middle class if we cut ourselves short.